Sometimes I wonder if I haven't gotten to where I am today. I've always asked myself this question because I never knew how important I was to so many people and to those who are close to me. I want to tell a story about a man who's destined to do things he couldn't do possible. Also, I want to tell that this man who has a God-gifted ability to use the things he has on the table and want to make something out of it by just one powerful thing: creativity. Being creative isn't something that one might do for you. It's what you have to make out of it. I gained this feeling that this man is afraid to do things that will get him out of his comfort zone. But let me tell you where this young man came from and what his purpose looks like, so that one might understand what his passion of creativity comes from. I want to tell a story about how he got to where he is today. So, this is his story. He was born on September 25th, 1998, from a small town of Winchester, Massachusetts, and he grew up in Middletown, Connecticut for the last 20 years. He comes from a loving family. His parents were born and raised in a West African country called Ghana, and he came to America probably almost 30 years ago. He has a brother. He has a younger brother. He has an older sister that go to college. When he was about 2 years old, he was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, which gave him the disability of his speech and learning. During his time in public school, he couldn't figure out anything, and everyone around him thinks that he's one of those dumb kids that don't do anything. In spite of his outrage, his parents decided to take an approach by bringing him to private school over the course of his life until now, from middle school to high school, and now to his college years. But let me tell you something about his high school years, though, and how his creativity came to life. During his high school years, he decided to cope his involvement that will get him out of his comfort zone. From the very first club he joined is Pocket Talk, which is his podcast that covers all aspects of news, sports, and interviews. Now, when he decided to go to college, he finally expanded his creativity. His involvement ranged from hosting a radio show with his best friend to shooting beautifully aesthetic photos around campus. And lastly but not least, he became one of the very first presidents of the newly television station, which became really true for him. These things that he had loved doing revealed who he really is in the near future. Sometimes in life, you just have to find a motivation and influence that could change you in the long term. No matter the title or the position you might have, always be grateful and appreciative of what you have right now. And this young man I was talking about is yours truly. My name is Kubina Apia, and here's the question I want to ask you.